This person is named Kate. She has autism since birth. She flew on a plane with her mom Chanel Moulin last year. They were going back home from Disneyland. Her mom put her in the middle seat so she wouldn't keep opening and closing the window cover. Moulin was worried that Kate's actions might bother other people on the trip. When people got on the plane, they didn't want to sit next to Kate. Except for one man, everyone else did it. He was wearing a fancy work outfit and carrying a bag. Kate started calling him Daddy when he sat next to her. Her mother thought the stranger would ignore her. However, he did something really impressive instead. The man took care of Kate during the flight. He told her things about turtles and showed her his iPad. Kate had a really good flight because of him. Moulin wrote a letter to say thank you to the person. Lots of people saw it and quickly they found out who the nice person was. The letter is being sent. Hi Dad, last week, Kate called you Daddy throughout the entire flight. I don't know your name, but you were nice enough to not correct her. You didn't move when she called you Daddy because you knew she wasn't talking to you. She was deciding if you would keep her safe. If she calls you Daddy, it means she thinks you are good. I put Kate in the seat between two other people on the plane even though she didn't know the person next to her. I had to decide quickly. I thought that if the person who kept opening and closing the window sat in the middle, they might be less distracting. I saw all the Temple basketball players get on the plane and thought about whether one of them might sit next to Kate. They all went to the rear. She would have been happy. She might have said things I needed to handle, but she would have enjoyed those athletes. I saw some kind and caring old ladies get on the bus, and I wanted one of them to sit next to me. But they didn't choose my seat. I briefly thought we might have an empty seat next to us. But you came and sat with your briefcase and important papers. Eventually, I got a picture in my mind, where Kate poured water over your valuable contracts or property documents. As soon as you sat, Kate touched and rubbed your arm. Your coat was smooth and she enjoyed touching it. You smiled at her and she said, "Hello, Dad, that's my mother." After that she gave birth to you. You might have felt uneasy sitting down. You might have chosen not to pay attention to her. You could have smiled at me in a way that means control your child. But you didn't do that. You talked to Kate and asked her about her pet turtles. She liked you a lot and she looked at you while you talked to her, even though she couldn't really answer your questions. I looked and was happy. I tried to make her happy by suggesting some nice things to do, but she didn't want to do them. Kate, is this your dad's computer? Me, this belongs to me, it's my iPad. Do you want to look at it? Kate asked if you were offering the item to her. She thought you wanted her to keep it. Me, use your eyes to see, Kate. That thing does not belong to you. Kate thinks that's nice. You, I also like your device. The case is a pretty purple color. Kate, Dad, do you want to play the bad guy? You, nice. You continue to talk without getting bothered. She made you feel calm when she played with her Anna and Elsa dolls. It was nice of her to rescue you from playing with Barbies, but I think you would have enjoyed it anyway. I think you also have young daughters. Just before we arrived, Kate had reached her limit. She yelled to take off her seatbelt, yelled for me to open the plane door, and kept crying saying plane is closed repeatedly. You tried to make her look at her toys. She was already very sick, but it made me feel emotional that you tried to help your new small friend. If you are curious. She was okay as soon as we left the airplane. Thank you for allowing us to go first. She felt really stressed and just needed to get off the plane and get a big hug. Thanks. Thank you for not making me say sorry a lot in front of people. Thank you for making Kate's plane ride very enjoyable and successful. Thank you for cleaning up your papers and playing with our daughter as turtles. The letter became very popular and reached Daddy at 16C the next day. It has been a year since they met the man during a flight. Eric Kunkel is from New Jersey. He is married and has children. He has become good friends with the Moulins now. A nice person helped make a little girl's flight very memorable. We are lucky to have people like Daddy at 16C.